Family, thanks for being here. Hey y'all, I've been looking at the what do they call it, the analytics lately, and it's a lot of you watching these videos that aren't subscribed. It's like 78% of you aren't subscribed that watch the videos. Just go ahead, hit the sub button, thumbs up button. It does help. No, it helps tremendously, you guys. Every time you comment, every time you like and just engage, it helps the video get spread. So if you rock with me, or if you rock with who we're talking about, go ahead and do that. And make sure y'all reach out to your people. You never know what a person's going through. And some people are just too proud to say what they're going through, like just period. So check on your people, y'all. It only takes a few minutes, and yeah, it makes a big difference. I want to talk about this video. It was something I thought about after I heard someone else say a few things. And it's after I heard the uncle say what he said too. I got to thinking about the inner workings of this plan. But we're going to cover a theory today that the setup talked about, and she's saying that Asian might have been an inside man, agent type stuff. So let's check it out. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button if you hadn't, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead, consider it. And I definitely need all my real supporters to look out for the channel, $ Trap House Kitchen 1. I myself have some stuff going on, and it could be life altering, but I'm still trying to hang in there, y'all. Real talk. And maybe I'll touch on it more later, but yeah, it's going on. So let's get to the video. Enough of the BS. Let's go.
We are going to have a look at the live where little Durk found out King Von got shot. There's a few things that doesn't make sense, because when you look at the live, everyone is blowing up his phone in the comments saying Von got shot. You would expect that people would have been blowing him up via text messages saying the same thing. Not just that, but that live would have paused because people would have kept ringing him. Look closely at the live. You can see that there is a person beside him staring straight at their phone. There is someone else in the back seat with their phone.
I could guarantee y'all they looking at them comments. Hold on, I messed up.
Because when you look at the live, everyone is blowing up his phone in the comments saying Von got shot. You would expect that people would have been blowing him up via text messages saying the same thing. Not just that, staring straight at their phone. There is someone else in the back seat with their.
Oh, you can see him on the live because you can see that light right there in his phone. You can see him on the line. On the live. And look at all the comments, y'all.
Phone. At this point, it's kind of impossible knowing that everyone is like on Instagram. The person that was beside him wasn't even filming themselves, like turning up on camera. So that means that that person was looking at something else and was most likely to get some sort of, I don't know, video.
You can see dude looking at that phone like everybody else's energy is all upbeat, but dude is like, hold on, this ain't right. They trolled him. And if y'all remember, it was a whole little era, and this was like the back end of it, but people would spam comments saying that whoever was no longer here, if you catch my drift. And it's like, bro, I kind of think bro thought it was that, but you can notice a difference in his liveliness versus everybody else's.
Video sent to him or a message saying Von got shot, but again, we got no reaction from that person. Even the one in the back with their phone, I think that person was recording, but same thing goes for that person as well. We got no sort of reaction from them. Then when you look at the live closely, we saw the comments. There is no way that you would be looking at yourself in the phone and everyone is flooding your comments saying the same thing, and you wouldn't notice it until the very last second. And then you decided to just end the live. Then since then you haven't said anything. You went to the club, you turned up to Von's music, no one said nothing. Your Instagram is still deactivated, because again, you can see that people are onto him right now, and people only run from the truth. I'm telling you, like, what a coincidence that Durk would be live and found out the same time that his boy got shot, that he brought into the industry. And even when you listen to Von's like, I started rapping like 2 years ago, and he makes it very clear that Durk shows them how to write, but it's so big to the point really letting the public started doing lately, signing these real shooters to labels and stuff and putting them out there, and then bam, they're getting wiped out.
They're putting real shooters in the industry, and then boom, they get wiped out. They take you out how you live is what was said by a certain person. Who was that person that said that, y'all? It was a female that said they take you out how you live. But come on, look at it. What would be more convenient of a cover up if this was a real thing of them taking people out how they live? So you got a street dude you're trying to transform into a rapper, and he's a well-known street dude. So how about some street stuff happens, and then this is the outcome? It'll make it easy for those that are, it'll make it make sense for those that are easily fooled. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. But that was, and I gotta figure out who said they take you out how you live. They take you out how you, anyway, let's go.
No, this is all a setup. His manager did the interview with DJ Academics. Something stood out. Why did he have to say that, oh, Durk doesn't get anything from Von's music? I mean, a normal person would assume that he might probably get some sort of percentage. Being realistic, like he probably did invest in a video for Von, or he probably like gave him some bread to do something.
If the manager said Durk doesn't get anything from the music, why would Durk need to have the hard drives? Why wouldn't whoever Von was signed to, why wouldn't they get the hard drives? Was there a court proceeding for the hard drives? But a lot of people say Von wasn't signed to Durk, but Kayla took those hard drives to Durk, per Durk, and that's allegedly. This is just what the streets say. Yeah, something like that.
Else, or like just a tiny bit of a money that he invested in him from the start. So why was it needed to be said that Little Durk doesn't get any money from Von's music? To me, it seems like something that the manager came there to say to the public. No one rang him and told him Von got shot. Or the gang to be blown up his phone and say Von got shot, and that live would have been paused. Because when you call someone while you're on live, I assume it paused. And let me know in the comments if you guys think that the live should have been paused. Also, what the two other people could have been looking at on their phones while Little Durk was turning up to.
You can see it on homie screen. Now, this is something we got to think about too, y'all. How serious was this situation to the point where you found out on live and nobody called you that was with Von? Because if he was called, his phone would have stopped, the live would have stopped. It would have interrupted. How cool were they? Why didn't somebody from Von's camp that night or around him call Durk like, hey, ooh, I know he can't do nothing, but yeah. Now, let's get to this part. This is about Asian and her allegedly playing a role as far as just like infiltrating Von's circle, his mental space, for real. Let's just get to it.
This was all applied from the beginning, and Von didn't see it coming, because he kind of saw it coming, but Asian Doll was sent to make sure, because we all know, look at all the movies, go back in history, the woman is sent in to make the guy soft, to give him a weakness, to take him off his game, and that's what Asian Doll was sent in. That's why the whole relationship was publicly documented like that. She was sent in by Durk. She knew Durk before Von. Like, come on.
She knew Durk before Von. There was a interview, I don't know whose interview it was, but I want to believe they were talking about a car or a watch or both that was provided by Durk for Von, so he could take it was some kind of date or something. But if Asian knew Durk before Von, and Durk sent her, I wonder how that conversation went. But the thing that I can't get past, y'all, is that I could see that happening. I could see this woman being so thirsty for money and clout, and maybe a chance at opportunities if she does this. I could really see it. She went too hard after that man was no longer, she went harder than she was with this dude. For real, for real. Anyway, let me shut up. Let's get to it. Be honest, y'all. What do y'all think? That was just so cringe to me, like, and I could see this theory or narrative being a thing. I'm not saying it is a thing. I'm just literally reacting to what was out here. But I could see this being a thing. I really could. You got to think about clout, money, and opportunities, and what people would do for those. A lot of these people, y'all, come from nothing, as we all do. But yeah, like the video, hit the Cash App, you guys, $ Trap House Kitchen 1, and yeah. What do you think? I'm out. Peace.